I was completely on board with the soundtrack, loving it. Then Arlong's crew comes and they start playing trap music.
Yeah, bro, I love that trap music. It was hard as fuck.
I did like it, but it was a moment where I just was like thrown off by it. I'm like, hold on.
They had a really cool dynamic soundtrack to the fights where whoever was in control of the fight would get their flavor of music played.
So good. So this is the best thing to come out of Def Jam Icon. And the only good thing to come out of it. But what about Buggy's intro?
Oh,
he's got the hardest damn theme song in the world.
I'm obsessed with his theme song.
Man, I know Oda did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Because canonically, Buggy is Oda's favorite character.
Yeah, I heard they said that his theme is like perfect. Actually, his theme is like it has like the bombastic of what Buggy wants to project himself as, but like it's still like, you know, this like sense of terror in there, like a little bit.
Yeah.
This one, like the dichotomy of Buggy's character is so ridiculous because like he talks like he's Whitebeard or Garp or Roger or somebody, but he's really just
Usopp.
Damn.
Or the chop fruit.
I thought it was something different. I thought that as far as rogues go, Buggy is on the far spectrum of skill and cunning and ruthlessness, but in terms of strength, he's like basically zero.
True.
So he is the dirtiest fighter of all.
Yes.
Like,
come on, man! Like when he did the hand trick, that was awesome. That is.
Or they just ear. He's like, how did you know that? I just put my ear in your hat, and I was like, it makes sense, but it encapsulates Buggy perfectly though.
Yeah, really.
Because Buggy he's a pirate. He's an actual piece of shit pirate.
Yes.
He is pathetic. He knows how weak he is, so he makes up for it with just plots and lies and even just like the straight cerebral. He actually interrogated Luffy. And it worked.
Interrogation scene was fire.
It was.
It was fire.
And it's funny because Luffy's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It made him more of a threat than the manga.
He did get through. He found that button that he could push on Luffy. Unfortunately, it was kind of like Sora pushing that button. Like Larksean pushing that button on Sora. Yeah. So, you know, you just kind of got yourself killed there.
I respect it because he never got that far in the manga with Luffy. He was always a joke in the manga. Yeah. Until he used the Buster Cannon, which he didn't have here.
I'll say, like, so far, every enemy that they fought, regardless of their actual power level, the live action has managed to showcase their actual danger. Like, even that axe hand idiot who, like, couldn't do shit, like, as just a buff Marine nigga, he actually came out and he was smashing stuff. And it was like, yo, that looks scary. That is an axe.
Yeah.
On your hand.
Yeah.
It is. And like that's one of the big things about One Piece is like just in general, like just strength, different types of strength and like using what you have.
Different types of strength.
What you have to like the best of your abilities and like seeing what happens. Because it's always just a clash of ideals.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So what's after
Did they cover Shanks in the first?
Yeah, so Shanks and his backstory. So the biggest thing was like everyone was butthurt about the casting for Finn Beckman. Because the dude that played him was a little chubby. And Big Beckman is supposed to be Shanks' right hand man.
The one with
blonde ponytail.
Oh. Damn, I don't even remember him. What the hell?
Yeah, he doesn't really do much, but like he's supposed to be like super mega alpha Chad.
Okay.
And like he was just like regular dad in the live action.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know. It didn't bother me none because we don't know shit about we don't know shit about Shanks' crew anyway.
Yeah.
So.
To be fair, I can't even visual who you're talking about.
It doesn't like say he didn't do anything. The only person that did something was Lucky Roo. He shot
Lucky Roo and Yasa. I know them. Yeah, Lucky Roo was the guy with the food. Yeah, the food.
See, I'm thinking of the one with the blue hair and the blue dreads. Okay, so who had the big goggles?
That's Lucky Roo.
Yes,
that's Lucky Roo.
Oh yeah, that's Lucky Roo. Yeah, goggles. Yeah.
And the blue dreadlocks was Yasa.
Yes.
Yep. That's our resident sniper. The son of the dad of the sniper.
Yep. Now did Shanks meet the giant? I forget what they call him once, but the giant beast, was that in the first 2 episodes or was that later?
Yeah, that was the Sea King, the Lord of the Coast. Okay. Lord of the Coast. That's what they called him there.
Yep. So Shank lost his arm, just like he did in the manga. They faked this out though, because I thought when he saved him, they gave us an angle where it looked like he kind of had both his arms. And I was like, oh, is he gonna have both his arms? Nah. But
Profile.
we did get our first use of Haki.
Yes.
It did.
Yeah.
And I hope what they do is they make a point to introduce Haki earlier, so we can actually explain some of the, like, they're not necessarily the inconsistencies, but like just explain some of the other things better, like throughout the show. And I got a feeling it's gonna be there because like they just they showed you that was Haki.
Yeah, because it was like a pulse. You saw it coming off of Shanks, and
So
the eyes.
For our viewers who may not be that familiar with One Piece, what is Haki exactly?
So Haki is the physical manifestation of willpower. And it comes in 3 forms. So you can use armament Haki. So that's all your it works like armor would, any type of physical defense. So like you can either defend yourself, or and it can go in advancements, so like making harder armor, or just it's pretty much it. It's just armor.
And it's with your body and any object held by
your body as well. So like swordsmen can't use it on your swords, or things of that nature. Then you have observation Haki, which is essentially noticing objects, noticing people, understanding power levels. It's like reading power levels in anything, it's more or less, but it can go in different ways. Like that, the advancements of it, you can hear people's heartbeats. You can kind of see the future. You can understand people's feelings better. Like, it's different ways you can do that. And then the last one is Conqueror's Haki, and that's pretty much like 1 in a million people get it. And that's just like your actual willpower, the physical, like your willpower taking physical form, like to the utmost. So like that's why like you have to have the will of a king. So like if you don't have the power, if you don't have natively in you the will to be a king of whatever, doesn't matter whatever it is. You want to be the best chef in the world, you will have Conqueror's Haki, because like it will come through as like however you present it, and that manifests depending on how you use it as well.
Okay.
Will Michael Jordan have Conqueror's Haki?
Yes, Michael Jordan will have it. LeBron will have it. Steph Curry, like all those guys will have it.
Gotcha.
It's funny. I like that part in, like, I would say the Animatrix, where they compared the highest 1% of athletes to people like Neo, who are strong enough to glitch the Matrix.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I mean, it is like that. Like that's what Conqueror's Haki is. Because like all the top players in the world have Conqueror's Haki, and you can't be there.
So Conqueror's Haki can be used offensively on other people, correct?
Correct.
And when Shanks looked that Lord of the Coast in the eye and said "fuck off," would that have been the usage of Conqueror's Haki?
That is the usage of Conqueror's Haki. So like you can apply Conqueror's Haki in like a go fuck yourself, or you can actually like physically crush them with your will, because you're projecting with Conqueror's Haki, you're actually projecting your will. So like if that person, and that person either meets it or gets, you can punch
pain.
You can punchy with it.
All right.
Or you can just tell people to. But it does seem to have, like, canonically, it just seems to have an effect on animals. More of an effect on animals, because it's more of an instinct type deal. Yeah. Essentially, it's like they recognize you as a stronger beast, and they're just like, all right, I'm good.
Well, humans is just like knocks them out, right? Just like knocks them out cold.
Knocks them out cold. Yeah, if you don't have the willpower to fight, you just.
That's good. So we've seen a few bits. Well, we definitely saw Haki when Shanks using it. Have we seen any more Haki in the live action so far?
No. And then no real Haki feat should really pop up until Alabasta is when it really starts. Because it's no real need for Haki.
Yeah.
Because essentially what Haki would do is like it makes regular people superhuman, and it makes superhuman metahuman, and it kind of like tears it up like that.
Yeah.
Depending on how good your Haki is. But like you can be weak and have enough Haki to be like to make yourself stronger, depending on how you apply it. And it does stack with your double fruits, if you did not know.
So we haven't met any fruit users yet who would require the use of Haki.
Correct.
And it doesn't become a plot point in the manga until we already have defeated one of the sort of intangible fighters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So for context with that, is like if you use Haki, you can touch fruits that will make you intangible.
Yep. Smoke, light, lava, water.
Whatever.
Whatever changes your body to a substance that normally can't be punched.
Correct.
Or cut.
Because I don't know if they explain in live action the 3 types of double fruit. So
they didn't, did they?
Because you won't see any of the rest of them. But the 3 types of devil fruit, you have a zoan fruit, was essentially turns you into an animal. You get your regular form, which is your human form. You get your animal form, full animal form, and then you get a hybrid form where you get characteristics of the animal but in the humanoid form. But also too though with the with zoan fruits, you take on your personality gets altered slightly by the type of animal. So carnivorous animals the people always have a little bit of bloodlust because of the carnivorous animal does, it rewrites your devil fruits rewrite your DNA, so you get a little bit more of that hostility with you. Then you get Logia types, which are the most overpowered types. They turn you into an element. But with the element, you get the natural counter of the element will naturally counter you with or without Haki. So that's an important part for moving forward for certain people. I won't say too much more about that.
It's funny. Not too long ago, remember I talked about the lady the girl who worked with me who was watching One Piece? Yeah. She was watching one of those types being fought by a swordsman. And she got fucked up.
She did. I remember that fight.
She got fucked up.
Oh, was that the trailer? Okay, gotcha.
Oh boy. Like, bro.
And lastly is Paramecia, which is just whatever else doesn't fit into the other two.
Okay.
All right. So we haven't met many fruit users yet either. It's just Luffy.
No,
Buggy.
the first part of the Grand Line. I mean, the first part of the show doesn't really have any.
Just Luffy and Buggy, and is there none? Is it?
No, that's just Luffy and Buggy.
That's it. Wow. Because in world, devil fruits are super rare.
Right.
So most people don't even think they exist. So that's why every time someone sees them, like, what the fuck is that? Like, why can he do that?
We saw the 3rd fruit user on the outro of the season.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
It's not a lot. That's not a lot. I like that. I like the fact that they spent a lot of time showing superhumans rather than devil fruit users.
Same.
And they showed that the superhumans are much scarier. That's how
the show was
That's
too.
how the show was.
Because the only one we didn't get to see was Kreig, because he got.
Kreig.
I mean, we saw him, but he wasn't like an arc villain. Like,
this is actually some good context here. So, the live action show was pretty good. We're showing everything that the manga had shown up until that point, with one notable exception.
I wouldn't say notable.
Okay, one pathetic exception.
That's more
okay. One villain got reduced to an off-screen cameo for another much cooler villain to kill. Antagonist.
Yeah.
That person was Don Kreig.
Yeah.
And that person who off-screened him, that was Hawkeye Mihawk.
Yep. Greatest swordsman in the world.
Yep.
Oh, holy crap. We're going to be talking about Jakul a lot.
I fanboyed over Jakul too.
He's one of the coolest motherfuckers in the show. Yeah. You should have it. And I actually, that part they changed, I didn't even get fanboy mad. I was just like, it makes more sense.
It was good.
Yeah, just skip ahead to the good stuff.
It was good.
That's what they did. It was good.
What did they change about it?
Oh, so like in the manga, Mihawk chases them to Baratie. And then he's sitting there, and then Luffy's like, I'll fight him. Mihawk's like, yeah, I'm bored. I'll watch to see what happens.
Yeah.
And then he proceeds to do what he does.
Yeah.
But in this one, they were just like, yeah, he just killed him off screen. And I was like,
it was great because that could have happened.
Yeah. That was the point, right? That was what in the manga. That's what Mihawk was trying to do.
That partially happened. Like him cutting the ship in half did happen, and he just killed him sooner. Like he just got killed. And he actually died in the show.
Yeah, because he never returned in the manga. So he might as well have died.
Yeah, he got reduced to a scream coming through a phone.
He did get his
and a Yamcha on the ground.
He did get his bounty popping up though. They at least gave him that. That popped up.
Well, because he talked shit about his bounty to Luffy a bunch, and Luffy was like, "Don't give a fuck. Come get these hands." And he got them hands.
He had one of the best bounty screens too. Because he was just like.
The only thing I say I would have missed about Don Kreig, he was the artillery man. So like you don't get another character with artillery. So like it was cool seeing like all his like
his attack. We got to see him do his like ultimate triple cannon thing, and Mihawk would just sneeze it away.
Yeah. Well, it was really some of the cooler stuff that Luffy had did really because. Since he was artillery, Luffy was just like throwing everything backward at everybody. So there's a lot of like cool things like that. But I also imagine like just budget and realistic wise, it's like probably and it like I said, realistically, it was better.
You can cut it because me and Ryan talked about that on the way here. We were like, I am very glad that they did unshonify it, cause I love shonens, but a lot of the time it's just spent wasted. I'm doing this attack, it doesn't work. I'm doing this attack, it doesn't work. They just got rid of that completely just to have a very streamlined, sort of realistic-esque fight. And I appreciate that.
I do.
It's better to watch in American TV. Yeah.
It made it I don't want to say streamlined because it sounds rude, but like it is. It did streamline.
In a good way.
In a good way. The most positive way you can do it.
Because you couldn't hold the boomers. I'm sorry.
No,
say it. You meant it.
I respect you guys.
Say it.
I respect you guys. Boomers.
Call them.
And when I say boomers, I do mean boomers, but I mean like everybody at large, like the general public at large. You can't hold the general public's attention with a shonen fight scene because they last several episodes.
Yeah.
With one fight, you know.
You can't do that to like non-shonen fans. Yeah. Like if you're not into the medium, like it won't last.
Yeah. And the way this showrunner does it, absolutely brilliant.
So good.
Absolutely good.
So good.
Yeah.
And so Zeff, how'd you guys like?
I wanted them to fight, man. We didn't get to see him fight. Like
I love Zeff.
Red boot Zeff. Or is it red shoe or red leg? Red leg.
Red leg
Zeff.
People who aren't into One Piece, once they get to the Zeff Sanji backstory, this is gonna be what legitimately makes the One Piece fans.
That's why I tell everybody like the anime fucked it up because they didn't give you the real story. They just blatantly copied Berserk's story. So he got caught and he just ripped it off. Like no. It was more fucked up.
I'm sorry, that shit's dumb, bro.
It is
dumb.
It is dumb.
It's stupid.
It's super stupid.
Like any doctor can look at that and say that is stupid.
That's super stupid.
Okay,
You're a superhuman.
Kids. If you're ever caught out in some sort of life or death situation where you're starving to death, don't cut your leg off and eat it, okay?
Unless you're
lose
superhuman.
more calories than you gain. That's why it's stupid.
All that blood.
It's just stupid.
God.
But no, I mean, you just Haki close that, you good.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
Haki
okay. I think he probably did just
Haki close that, and then you just go watch it.
Then just Haki live there, man. Anyway.
Fair enough. But that was one of the most heartbreaking things. Like watching Sanji go over there with that knife, thinking he about to get some food, and you're just like,
yeah, that did.
Like, damn, bro.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
in the show, in the 4 kids, I didn't expect that.
Mm-hmm.
But I say, Zeff was actually like one of my favorite performances.
He looks the most like his character too. Like actually, like 1-to-1.
Yeah,
he looks
like
damn near like perfect.
Like he fits so well.
And the shit talking was definitely.
Oh, it was so good.
Definitely on par.
That was
definitely
so
on
good.
par.
I was like, as for shonen changes, I did not expect Zeff to be nurturing as his change rather than, even more caustic. Because like, in the manga, Zeff was the type of father who would never compliment you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And in this one, he's like basically saying, boy, get out of here and go to college.
Right.
Yeah. Well, he did. The speech was damn near 1-for-1. Like the speech he gave him at the end when he was leaving, like that was damn near 1-for-1 with the manga. They pretty much said like, you're my son, like I love you, like go off into the world and have fun. Like that last one he gave when he was like, the last little time him and Sanji talked to each other.
Like when he said like quitting is staying here.
Yeah.
Or, I thought he was just like, everything you make your shit, get the fuck out of my ship. And then Sanji was like, you know what, fuck you then, I will leave. And then Luffy came over, was like, wait a minute, this is great. He's like the best. Why are you being like
this? It was in the manga too. It happened
wrong.
is when he got on the ship, Sanji said last like, fuck you, old man. And then he said, Zeff said something like, good luck or see you soon or just some super bro-tastic, like super dad, like I can't say I love you bro, but like it was definitely I love you bro.
Don't ever let me see your face here again.
Yeah.
Go to Obu and stay there, you piece of shit.
You piece of shit.
It's like that. But it was like, again, that's what I'm talking about, going back to like what it was, because Zeff was always nurturing. He just did it in like old military dad. Yeah. But that's like the original cast of One Piece, like the Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, they all had that same lifestyle. Zoro, was just on his own. Like, he got left to die pretty much. Like, Luffy got raised by mountain bandits and Garp, who literally beat child abused him to how strong he is. And then you get we saw happen to Sanji. He got Joe deduced into how strong he got.
I will say, the Zeff and Sanji, their performances were like the best. You know, it's such a cool localization as an adaptation to actually have the Gordon Ramsay and smaller Gordon Ramsay interaction.
Yeah, and be badass chefs.
Yeah,
like badass fighters too.
Just so much hate.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah,
like Sanji was just so freaking tired of being a damn minimum wage worker. It's like, I'm the best here. It's like, boy, if you don't go wait those fucking tables, you bitch.
And as a chef, I felt that hurt. It's like,
I know. I was thinking of you.
Do you see what you want me to? Bro, I was mad. Like I was triggered. Like the moment he said it, I was like, I will fight you right here and now.
When Sanji said, "If I have to make another damn spare rib medium well, I'm going to die of boredom," I thought of you.
I said those exact words.
He was a French chef at Bob Evans. Like, that's what was happening. I felt bad, but I felt for Zeff too, because I'm like, yeah, you ain't nobody gonna want that little triangle at Bob Evans. Like,
he's like, it's perfect, but you gotta realize, like, we feeding pirates, bro.
Exactly.
You can't not feed little kids.
Food has to be hard.
Good point. That's a good point. They're feeding. I'm thinking of like Arlong. Like Arlong ain't going.
Full artisanal bullshit.
Even myself, I don't really like going to super hanging restaurants. So like, you pay all that money for like
from art.
Yeah, for like, nah, give me a big meaty steak.
Yeah,
but Arlong's interest at Baratie, he came in like a boss.
That was cool.
That was changed. That was
cool.
That was a change.
Garp and Zeff too was also really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Cool meeting.
Because I mean, they kind of played into like the old Avatar thing where all old people know each other.
Old man club.
The old man club.
I mentioned it before.
I feel like it's a criminal and his parole officer.
Yeah.
Oh, that is because Garp is over East Blue, so he just pretty much keeps tabs on all the high level criminals. He's like, what you doing, old man? He's like, well, I'm not old. You old too. Can't be fighting me no more.
Just out here making food, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, want some steak?
You know, it felt like people that, like, you when you go to the barbershop, and that one dude that's always sitting over there, and that one dude that's always sitting over there, and they never talk to each other, but every time they walk past each other, they talk shit to each other, and you don't know why. That's what that conversation was. They just had old beef and they never let it go. They don't really hate each other, but just enough to be like, man.
I mean, when you think about one of them's messing with the other one's grandkid, I mean, not messing with it, but messing with it as in, like, you're trying to get in between me raising my grandkid. And he's like, your grandkid can raise himself. You don't need your old ass. You want some steak?
I've seen, similar conversation in the hood before. Like, dudes who survived the hood, nowadays one of them's a cop, the other one is just, just living his best life with his grandkids and stuff. But back then, there was both some shitsters back in the day. Involved in some terrible shit.
I love that.
Big Smoke.
Yeah, Big Smoke.
Wasn't his name Penny something?
What is it?
The cop's name. Penny something.
Oh, Officer Tenpenny.
Tenpenny.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
I love those the old head conversation because like you've seen it. You've seen that conversation before, and he's seen this thing like, yeah, you're right. I don't like that you're right. Good ass steak. I hate you, man.
It ain't like the old days.
You can't do that no more. But yeah, I love that scene. And like Arlong came in like a villain. So so like I said before, in that scene, what happened really was during the Don Kreig fight. Nami dips out and goes to Arlong's island, the Kokiyashi Island. But I liked it that they brought Arlong here because it set that precedent early that, like, Arlong is a villain. Because in the manga, it was dope because it's what Oda always does. He keeps the villain in the dark to the very end, like till you get to the arc. So like you just like, damn, who's Arlong? He's a fisherman. We never seen a fisherman. What's going on? And I liked it here because you still get that intensity, and he just walks up like, you the one I keep hearing about, little nigga.
Everyone sit down.
And I was like, I just loved how like aggressive he was. He's walking up in the Timbs and the hat with his Hawaiian shirt on, just about to throw hands with everybody.
Right away like a mob boss, like a little...
And that music, them trap beats.
The trap beats out of nowhere. That's when I started really noticing the anachronisms in it, cause he had like a sound system at his crib. Indiana, like
he was rolling. We talking about that? I just felt like the 80s boombox. He was walking up the boombox like,
the arc before that with Buggy, I thought that was just the panic theme. You know, Buggy's theme. I thought that was just the panic theme for the entire show. But then when you get into the other ones, and I noticed that, wait a minute, Buggy, that panic theme only shows up when Buggy's here.
Yeah.
Oh, when Arlong's here, so they got some Knuckles the Echidna music.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
Kuro's got horror music.
Yeah.
The screaming cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where they went. That's where they went next. We go to Sura Village and meet our liar / sniper Usopp. I really like the casting, because one thing I really like too is that Oda, he does a thing where, like, if the character's in the real world, he puts where they were from, and like Usopp would kind of be from South Africa. So I thought it was cool they got a black dude to play Usopp.
Yeah,
I agree.
I like from what I know about like the actual Age of Pirates and Unearth, that was a varied bunch of all cultures. You had Englishmen, Frenchmen, Irishmen, Polynesians, South Africans, Americans. Yeah,
everybody. It was free. The seas were free. You do whatever the fuck you want to. So everybody was getting some.
Everyone was everywhere. Portuguese. And this show really, well, One Piece as a whole really had everyone of every race. And the live action did that exactly well too. You had every race. You even had lots of Asian people everywhere in there. So it was like, that's what the Age of Pirates looked like. You know?
It was everything. I loved it. Like Nojiko being black too. Like, I love that. And then, like, you know, Sanji being French, like Zoro being Japanese. Like, they play up their nationalities too, which is dope, because in One Piece, like, that's what it is. Like, it's just a smorgasbord and everyone's there, everyone's represented, and it's just like really dope to see it happen. Yeah. So how'd you feel about Sura Village? Because in the manga, I absolutely hate Sura Village, and I won't go back. So I've read One Piece 4 times, like, up to completion. I've skipped Sura Village once because I can't.
Sura Village feels younger than everything else, because you got the kids who are like a part of like the main story, like Usopp's band of vegetable heads or whatever. I do feel that this did Sura Village better, but I also feel that Usopp wasn't characterized as strongly as he was in the manga. Like, he was a liar, true, but you lost a lot of Usopp-isms in the live action. I
like the fact that in the live action, you just totally lose the ability to trust anything Usopp says at all. Yeah. Because, like, you gotta think about it from the view of people first meeting this guy compared to you who know he's full of shit. Yeah. And it's really fast. It's very entertaining to think about what everyone else probably thinks as they meet Usopp for the first time, when he's just spinning bullshit. And you're just sitting there. It's like when you go to a party with a friend and your friend starts telling stories and you were a part of those stories. So you just know they're lying. Like, you're just sitting there going like, yep.
You want to know a fun fact? So all of Usopp's grandiose lies that he's told in the manga have all come true. So he's like, his nickname is Nostradamus. Ha. Wow. But I think I agree with you, Breezy, about him not being characterized in the arc, but I think you got more tidbits of him throughout this show, sprinkling it out of the show, just him doing shit. Yeah. Like when he walking up to the bar and he just tipping drinks and he just walking around and people like, "Hey man, what you doing? See help?"
Yeah. That was great.
I'm the captain. They work for me.
Yeah. Like, man, I'm feeling great. You looking for Luffy? I know Luffy, my best friend. It's like, oh, this Jakku guy wants to meet you.
Duh, it was great because it's perfect. It's so good. It's so good, and it captures Usopp. Yeah, I think they did the story better too, because like it was what you were worried about with Nami, but they showed how well it worked with Nami, because she really was just in there
She was just scum, man. Just sneak 100. You know, I didn't have a lot of faith in just the characterization they were going to go for with Nami. And I was right about the direction they took with her. But they really did a good way of taking Nami's whole idea of being an actual thief, a cat burglar, and just 007 did. She was so good at what she did. The pickpocketing, the lies. She was better than Usopp at that. She was way better than Usopp at lying. Yeah. Just everything. Just absolutely.
Her skill set is dope too. Because I like it too, because her skill set is something no one else had, but it's very needed in the Age of Pirates. And she's like Well, not including her navigating, because I mean, like that's just bar none. Like the best
yeah,
thing.
what's up with that? You know, you should really be able to tell where you're going if you're a pirate.
Mm.
Oh no, they're all idiots.
Yeah, they're all idiots.
They're all idiots.
They're all
that's
idiots.
the joke.
They're all idiots.
So GrandLineReview is one of like my favorite One Piece channels, and he did a video called the Captain and Navigator, and it pretty much explains like on land, Luffy's captain. Like he calls the shots, he does whatever, but like on sea, Nami's the captain.
I remember that video. That was
because like usually Luffy, because you'll see like more when they get to like islands that are further away. Luffy always sits on the sheephead, and like that's where he sits. Like that's where he always is, and like Luffy just points in the directions like I want to go there, and then after that, everything is Nami's call. And I think it's a really cool concept because like it makes sense. Like your navigator, like on the sea, like your navigator, it should be calling the shots. Because how the fuck are you going to get anywhere?
I like how her theme is like oranges. You know,
Yeah,
she keeps everybody alive on the sea.
oranges and pinwheels. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kirby.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like how'd that backstory break you guys?
Which one?
Nami's backstory.
Whew.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is.
Dude, that was one of my earlier experience with like badass female characters. Bellmere was a menace.
Oh
like,
yeah.
she didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that like, and as a parent now, like that scene hits different too. When she was like, I can't deny my kids, and so I gotta take the bullet. And it's just like,
Yep.
I don't know. And like before, like watching it when I was younger, I was like, damn, that was dumb. Like you could have saved everybody.
I used to think that too. Yeah.
But like after having kids, I was like, I could not say that like I can, in good faith in myself, say like I don't have a daughter, and like look someone in the eyes. Like I would feel horrible.
Yeah, because it means a lot in that universe specifically to be recognized, and yeah, she made sure to recognize them and.
Yeah, and like the whole point of One Piece is found family and how important, like, you know, just because the sins of the father don't matter, like who you are, your own individual person, and like you are you, and you deserve to live, and like you deserve a fair shot to live.
Shot.
Oh, ouch, ouch! I can't remember in the live action if she didn't have the Skrillex haircut, did she? In the live action, yeah, in the manga she always had the Skrillex haircut.
She has sort of like the Wanda. The pompadour.
Like kind of like a mohawk.
I don't even.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I always liked her manga look.
It was
she
different.
just looked like mom that used to be like drug dealing bad bitch, and then she was just like, I'm gonna be a mom, and I'm gonna do it the right way.
Was she always a Marine?
Yeah.
Oh, she was. Okay.
She was always.
I couldn't remember if she was in the manga.
But it's cool too because like they explain too, like I love like all the characters have like these weird quirks about them. Like Nami's is like she absolutely loves kids, and that was because like, you know, she's adopted, and she was adopted by her mom, and she's like, I love kids because like, you know, if I wasn't adopted, like I wouldn't be here, type deal. Like I love that as one of her little character traits. So it's always cool too when you see it because Nami will rob you blind, but care for your child at the same time with the same amount of intensity.
Yeah.